Hello, rad junkers. It's your girl Sam out here with another day at the shop. So today we're gonna, do shop stuff per usual. That's why you're here, right? To watch shop stuff. And we're gonna talk about some things that I think that every game store should do. Obviously, what works for me is not gonna work for everyone. So I'm gonna kind of go into like the broader aspects of owning a game store that I think are important. So we're gonna talk about that. But first, I want to show you guys some trades that we got in because it's been crazy busy for trade-ins. So let's take a look. So we've got three, whole boxes here. And then, this is all the stuff that's tested and ready to go. This cool Xenogears figure. And, these are all the trade-ins that still need to be priced and tested and gone through. We also have this box over here. This is all stuff that's been priced that just didn't get put out yet because we didn't have time. Man, shout outs to poor Jay yesterday. I wasn't able to come in the shop because I had some things that I had to do, and girl got wrecked with trade-ins. So, we've got a lot of stuff. And then, we've got even more over here that still needs to be priced and put out. We got some 64 games, little Valkyria Chronicles. There's a stack down here too that also needs to be priced. So we've been getting a lot of stuff in, and that kind of is typical for this time of year. So like Christmas, we're kind of empty because everybody's just buying stuff, and then after the new year comes, people are like, okay, new year, new me. I'm going to clean out my house. And people tend to get rid of a lot of stuff this time of year. So it's always pretty good for trade-ins, like right about now. So let's go through these boxes right here because I didn't really get a chance to look through them. All right. In box number 1, we've got a bunch of Super Nintendo, NES games. Shout out to Eli. Thanks for selling me your stuff. A lot of these came from me. Some of them still have my price sticker on them. But, some good stuff in here. We got some Mega Mans, Cool Spot, Tournament Fighters, this Radical Psycho Machine Racing, which is just really an oddball one. I don't think it's very expensive, but it's a cool one. Jungle Book, Super Star Wars, Fatal Fury 2. It's always a good one. Let's see. Ooh, got a Double Dragon in here. Some Buster Bust Loose, Tiny Toons. I got some Battletoads Double Dragon. That one came for me. Still got my price sticker on it. Aladdin. It's one everybody always wants. Top Gear 3000. I think this one came from Dusty's. Let's see. Cliffhanger also has my price sticker. We got some NES games in here, which is good because I needed NES stuff. Wrath of Black Manta, DuckTales, some Mega Mans, Battletoads, Strider, Terminator 2, Cool World. Ooh, yeah, girl. Manhattan Project. Oh, there's some 64 games in here too. And Diddy Kong Racing, Amagon, Operation Wolf. Clearly a Top Gear fan, which is great because Top Gear's great. Some Game Boy, Fall of the Foot Clan. Road Rash, that's a cool one on Game Boy. You don't see that one a whole lot. I don't anyway. Let's see. Earthworm Jim 2. Super Game Boy. Other 64 games are in here. Wait, hold on. I'm just getting excited. All right, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Got Double Dragon. Mega Man. Clearly we like Mega Man here. Metroid, always a good one to have. All right, now let's see what 64 games we got here. Let's see, Star Wars Racer, Beetle Adventure Racing, which if you haven't played this game, it's really fun. It's like a good, cheap game. Let's see, Wave Race, also a good one. And Wipeout 64. All right, yeah, I'll take it. Neato. That's a good box. And we got another one here. This is all the Sega stuff, I think. Double Dragon 3 in the box. That's nice. A couple of Dreamcast games. Smash Pack. Suzuki All... There. Oh my god. I can't even speak. Yeah, Suzuki. That one. Ooh. Looney Tunes Space Race. Let's see that one a lot. Got Sega Rally Championship. There's a lot of good Sega stuff in here. Sewer Shark, you know, the best Sega game. Let's see. Quackshot, Bubsy, Superman, Batman, more Batman. Jurassic Park. We got some 32X stuff in here. And Turrican. Good one. There's a lot of stuff in here. T2, Eternal Champions, Andretti Racing. What is this? Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat 2. A lot of stuff in here. Little Mermaid. I feel like I see this way more on the NES than I do on the Genesis, so that's pretty cool. You know, I got Tournament Fighters. What is this? Bonanza Brothers. That's kind of a weird one that I also don't see very much. Some like cool like oddball titles in this stuff. We got the Roar of the Beast. Weird Beauty and the Beast game. Golden Axe 2. What else we got? Alien Storm. Shadow Danger, The Secret of Shinobi. Echo, classic, Page Master. I saw an interview with Macaulay Culkin that like he didn't even know that the Page Master game was a thing. Anyway, some Street Fighter, Tiny Toons, Art of Fighting, Strider. Some good stuff in here. Last Action Hero. Hell yeah. All right, Bubsy. Lion King, which, you know, everybody wants. Streets of Rage. Let's see what else we got in here. We can look through it. Ooh, Castle of Illusion. That's another, like, really good one. If you like the Disney games, which it's pretty much a safe bet to say that any Disney game pretty much from this era, like Super Nintendo or Genesis, is probably going to be pretty good, because most of them are. Let's see. Tom Jerry. Got Sylvester and Tweety. Let's see. I don't know what else. Desert Demolition. Roadrunner. A lot of stuff in here. What is this? Thunder Force 2. Shoot 'em up. Yes. Bugs Bunny Double Trouble. Alright, so we were into Disney and Looney Tunes and Ninja Turtles. World Heroes. Justice League. Is this Cyborg Justice? Cool. Well, that's a nice box. And now we move on to box number 3, which is all of the hardware. So, let's see. This is how to hook up a 32X. Because we've been needing some instructions, because why? This thing is so complicated, and it doesn't need to be. So we've got, you know, a Genesis, a 32X, there's a Super Nintendo, a 64. So this is the Hyperkin light gun. You can play Duck Hunt on a modern TV. I don't know how well this thing works, so maybe we'll test this thing out and see, because people ask me about it a lot, and I've never actually had one, so this will be a cool thing to test out. My camera got all wonky, but yeah, there's a 64, there's a Sega CD Model 2 down in there, so yeah, this was a pretty good little collection that we bought. Thanks, Eli. Appreciate it. All right, let's look through the other trades that we've gotten in, just because we got super wrecked on trade-ins, which is a good problem to have, but it's just like a lot at once. So let's peep in the trade bin. Jay got a pretty good amount of Dreamcast games yesterday, it looks like. Blitz, Tony Hawk, Soul Calibur, Marvel vs. Capcom. He bought the stuff from me. See that price sticker still on there. Here, so Donkey Kong Country Returns, Animal Crossing. Wait, hold on. What did I just drop? Okay, maybe nothing. Starlink, I don't know. It's the closest you're going to get to Star Fox for the foreseeable future, I guess. You know, whatever. FIFA, Mario RPG. We got some Mario Bros. Deluxe. You know, the Marios. We always want those. Disgaea. Popeye on NES. That's cool. What else we got here? Mario Sunshine. There's some good stuff in this box. Three Stooges on NES. What is this? Oh, that's a Fighter's Destiny 2. I don't know why that ended up back in there. Let's see. Advance Wars 1 and 2. Dang. All right, we got some things in here. Let's see. Ooh, we got Echoes of Wisdom. Too bad I already bought this. Okay, well that's it for games. We got that Zelda Switch Lite. It's nice. We've had a couple of these come through. They're pretty. I'm always tempted to take it home. Let's see. Some Amiibos. Zelda. Clearly, someone was really into Zelda that traded in a lot of stuff. Got all the champions. Let's see. That's cool. Oh, yeah. This was one that I took in. Some CDI games. Voyeur. Told that this one is like Night Trap, but not Night Trap. I don't have a CDI, so I can't test that out, but, you know, we'll maybe acquire one at some point. Burn Cycle, let's see. We got this super rare and expensive Xenogears figure. This thing's really cool if you're a Xenogears fan. Let's see, what else? Ooh, really cool thing in here. It's one that I took the other day. The IntelliVoice voice synthesis module, which you know, this goes into your Intellivision. Basically, the Intellivision didn't have the computing capabilities to have voice, you know, sounds, obviously, because it was old and we weren't there yet. But with this module, you could plug it in and it would talk in your game. So, you know, your B-52 bomber, probably seen the Angry Video Game Nerd video, B-52 bomber. It's really cool. They're kind of hard to find because there's only like 6 games for it, and they were really expensive when they came out. I went a little more in depth in this in a previous video, but it's cool to have one to put on the shelf. Just a little neat piece of history. Oh, another cool thing that we got in the other day, we got a Gold Star 3DO. So it actually works, which is wild because I've gotten like 3 3DOs recently and none of them have worked. There was a few different models of the 3DO. So Panasonic made one and Gold Star made one. So there's 2 that kind of have the disc tray that come out like this. And then there's another one that's like a top loader. But yeah, I don't know. I have gotten a lot of non-working 3DOs lately. So this one works. I never see the Gold Star one. So that's kind of an exciting trade for me anyway, because it's something different. But yeah, that's them are the trades from the past few days. It's been kind of wild. Now that I've shown you all of the games that we got in, I'm going to move on to our first point of things that all game store owners should do. Basically, pretty much all business owners, to be honest with you, whether it's games or not, utilize social media. I know that Facebook and Instagram, they're kind of a pain and they get tiresome at times, but it's the way of the future. It's the world that we live in, and people see their advertising through social media. And it's something that you need to embrace. You need to post on, you know, Facebook, Instagram, like whatever, you know, Threads, Twitter. I guess it's not Twitter anymore, but, you know, post to the places, because you'll get a new audience, and a lot of people, even like local in your area, will see that and find you that way. Traditional media is still important, like radio ads and all that, but using Facebook is free, so why not do it? We try to make a social post every single day that we're open. You know, obviously not on Wednesdays because we're closed on Wednesdays. And, you know, there's some days that it just doesn't happen, but 90% of the days, you know, we're posting, especially when we get big trade-ins like this, so that people can see that, hey, you got a bunch of new games. Maybe we should go check them out. So, you know, we're going to lay this out for Facebook, take a picture, post it, do all the things. This is going to be a time lapse. Social pic is done, so we're going to post this to Facebook and Instagram. You can see, we've got everything set up in a way, you know, where it makes a nice picture. You can see all the things that we got traded in. And that just lets customers know that, you know, you're getting trades. And, you know, sometimes people see those posts and they didn't know that you bought old video games, and they'll bring in their stuff too. So it's a good thing to do. So this is another thing that, you know, I think game stores need to do, which it may seem like a given, but I swear I bought stuff and like, this isn't just game stores. This is just resellers in general. If you're reselling games and consoles, please clean them. Because, you know, this stuff is 20, 30 years old and it gets nasty and you gotta clean your stuff. Like, I don't know. So we got Kenna over here. Hi, Kenna.
Hi.
Kenna's taken apart a GameCube to clean. She's been scrubbing it, you know, taking the simple green, scrubbing all those inside grody parts.
Especially the buttons.
Yeah, the button was stuck on there, and so, you know, took it apart.
It's happy now.
Gave it a good scrub, and she's good, you know. Learn to take apart your consoles if you don't know how. Clean the fans. Oh my god, they get so crusty. So yeah, clean your items. Please God, like don't be that guy. I swear to God, it's like feast or famine in here when it comes to trade-ins. Like, we're either getting nothing or we're getting everything all at once forever. So not only did I just get all of that stuff that I showed you guys previously, these just walked in, which these are real nice. I'm excited to have them. So we got a sealed third birthday, you know, everyone's favorite Parasite Eve game. Sealed Yokai Watch, a sealed Pokemon Art Academy, which is cool. I don't ever see that one. We got Tales of Destiny 2, Fear Effect, Parasite Eve 1 and 2, Xenosaga, Samurai Legend Musashi, Wild Arms 4, Shadow Hearts, Legacy of Kain, Castlevania, and then we got a bunch of Silent Hills. You know, we're only missing the Shattered Dimensions, the one with the creepy little girl in the front. And then we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So this was a really nice stack to come in. Got the bangers here. We got some good PSP games too. We got Half Minute Hero, Darkstalkers, GTA Chinatown Wars, Metal Slug Anthology, which is a personal favorite of mine. Castlevania, God of War. You know, we got some other stuff that's kind of meh, but you know, here's the meat. The good stuff. Another thing that as a store and or reseller, whatever, that you should be doing. And this, again, seems like a given, but you would be surprised at the amount of people who don't do this. Test your games and consoles. It's important, you know? Like, you gotta clean and test your things. You know, we got Kenna over here testing Wii U games, which Wii U games especially you want to test because they have a tendency to look really nice and perfect and not work.
They're finicky.
They are finicky. So definitely test your Wii U games, but like test your games before you sell them because it's annoying to buy a game that doesn't work. And like, you know, sometimes stuff slips through the cracks because, you know, the stuff is 20, 30 years old. It's used. It's, you know, you might not catch everything, but, you know, try to make sure that, you know, most of the things that people buy from you work, if not all. Another thing you should do as a store is turn your mic on. Another thing, if you're going to be selling video games or really any media that is a CD, which is basically at this point just video games, I touched on this in a short that I did recently, but invest in a disc resurfacer. So this one right here, just finished a disc, actually. You know, it'll take it from super scratch to beautiful and polished. This particular one that we have, it's about $7,000 new, so it is quite an investment. However, if you're dealing with games, disc-based stuff especially, you are going to get a lot of stuff that's scratched. And if you can't fix it, you're going to be losing a lot of potential inventory coming in. And, you know, even you get tons of games that are scratched that still work, but they don't look very nice, and it kind of makes people not want to buy them as much, you know, if they kind of look scratched. So I would definitely recommend, and they have cheaper models than those, and you can find them used sometimes. Like, I bought that one. I think I got it on eBay for like $3,000, I want to say is what I paid for that. So like you can find deals on them, and like I said, they have other models that aren't quite as expensive. They have models that are even more expensive, but definitely get a resurfacer. And I will say, out of all the brands of resurfacers, ELM makes the best ones. Like, that's what I would recommend. That's what I use. It makes the disc look perfect. Check them out at elmusa.com. This is not sponsored, but ELM, if you want to sponsor me, I'm here. I use your products. I love them. So yeah, definitely disc resurfacer, an important investment if you're going to be doing this in the long term. This is a point that I've talked about briefly in a short that we did a while back, but I want to talk about save batteries. For those of you who don't know, in older games, you know, Game Boy games especially, there's a few NES games, Super Nintendo games that do it. They have an internal battery, which allows the save to be held, you know, on the motherboard. If the battery dies, your save goes bye-bye. You know, these games are 20, 30 years old. The batteries die, the save goes away. And then you can't save them for future purposes because it won't hold the save. These can be replaced. You know, it's 2 solder points right here. You know, you take off the old battery. This uses a CR 2016, but you know, it's a 16 or a 2032 generally. It's really easy to do. So if you're selling these games and you're not putting a new save battery in them if they're dead, you know, at the very least, if you're not doing all of them, do the ones that are dead or the ones that are likely to die, because the Pokemon games are probably the #1 offender here. They stay dead, especially like Gold and Silver. Replace the save batteries, like, especially if you're an actual brick and mortar store, just do it. It's not hard, and it makes your customers so much happier. You should also do it in, like, I'm using one that doesn't have a label because I'm lazy, but the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all have a battery in them, which doesn't control the save, but it does allow you to do like time-based stuff, like the berry picking or whatever. So, you know, it's nice to replace those too, so that, you know, they're not buying spending all this money on a game and then it pops up like, you know, you can't do time-based events, the battery's dead. And these batteries cost, they're very cheap. So just do it. And, you know, if you're comfortable, offer it as a service to people, because there's tons of people out there who have games that can't save and they will pay you to do it. So just a tip from me to you. This is my tips from the back room. Learn to repair or hire somebody that knows how, because me, you know, I have a brick and mortar, and the amount of stuff that I have that is broken is stupid. It's a lot. Especially people have broken stuff and they don't know how to fix it. They don't have any desire because it's old or whatever. And a lot of the times people will just give you this stuff because they don't want it. They're going to trash it anyway. And, you know, if not, a lot of times people are willing to sell it really cheap too. So, you know, if you got a console for free, open it up. The worst thing, you know, worst case is that it's still broken. You know, it's really good to learn on something that you've never, you know, it's a free console that's broken. Just open it up and start doing it. There's a lot of guides online to teach you how to do this stuff. Not all of them are good, but, you know, for basic repairs and stuff like, you know, repinning an NES, it's super easy. There's videos where I can show you how to do it. But, you know, just start taking stuff apart and you will learn. Learning by doing is the best way to learn. My last thing that I think all game stores should do, last on my list, is be kind to people coming in. Again, that should probably be a given, but people are not always going to remember like your name or your face or your prices or whatever, but they will remember how they felt when they came in. So whether they're spending $10 or $100, you want everybody to have a good experience, because word of mouth is a powerful thing. And if you're a huge jerk to a few people, like word will get around town that, this game store sucks, like whatever. And people talk, and like you got to give them a good experience, because they won't come back if they don't leave here happy. So that's my advice to you. Take it or leave it, you know, do what you will. Like I said, everything doesn't work for every game store. And I don't know, I think my things I've laid out here are pretty broad and kind of obvious, I guess. But you know, that's just where we're at. It's been a long day. We've got a lot of trade-ins today. Like, it's just been, I'm telling you, feast or famine for the trade-ins. Like, remember this morning we emptied out that trade bin and it's full again. A nice little heart gold out there on the top. Yeah, Kenna and I got pretty wrecked today. So I'm gonna take my social pick for Thursday and clean up some and get out of here. I hope maybe some of this was helpful. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe this was obvious and dumb. I don't know. But if you liked it, you know, let me know. And if you thought it was dumb, I don't want to know. Stay rad, like and subscribe, and do all the things.